Our 30, 60, 90 right triangle says the hypotenuse is 2 times as long as the short leg, and the long leg is the square root of 3 times as long as the short leg. So let me use a highlighter here to show you. Across from the smallest angle is the shorter side. Across from the larger angle, 60 degrees, is the longer leg. So we've got 2 legs here. We've got the leg across from the 30-degree angle, and we've got the leg across from the 60-degree angle. The side that's across from the 90-degree angle is called the hypotenuse. So we've got that hypotenuse. Now, across from the 30-degree angle is the short leg. And across from the 60-degree angle is the long leg. So we've got a short leg and a long leg and a hypotenuse. Now, the short leg, it's all about that short leg. See? It's all about the short leg. See how they say short leg? Short leg. So in reference to what is the hypotenuse, what is the long leg, they keep referring back to the short leg. So the short leg is A. And the hypotenuse is twice that length. So the hypotenuse is going to be 2 times A. And the longer leg is going to be the square root of 3 times A. So we just put A times the square root of 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually work this out.
Hello. Hello? Yes, hello?
So here we've got our first example. So we want to find the values of x and y, and we're given a 30, 60, 90 triangle. I'm going to redraw it because when I redraw it, it helps me think about things. So 30 degrees across from that, I've got the short leg, which is 6. And I know that the hypotenuse is going to be twice that. So it's going to be 2 times 6. And then the longer leg, which is across from the 60-degree angle, that's going to be 6 times the square root of 3. So x is the hypotenuse. That's going to be 2 times 6, which is 12. And y is going to be the short leg, which is 6, times the square root of 3. So x equals 12, and y equals 6 times the square root of 3. Okay, so let's try another. So here we've got 30 degrees, we've got 60 degrees, which my triangle's a little messed up, but hopefully you're forgiving. X, Y, and 8. So this time, X is my short leg, right? So my short leg is equal to X. The long leg is going to be X times the square root of 3, and the hypotenuse is 2 times X. But we know that the hypotenuse is, what's the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is Y, and the long leg is 8, and the short leg is X. Okay, so we've got the short leg is X, because it was all about the short leg. So here's our short leg right here. So that's X, right? And our long leg, the long leg is X. Oh, that's not a highlighter. The long leg is X times the square root of 3, and that's across from the 60. Ooh, that's 8. So that's what I'm going to write, equals 8. So X times the square root of 3 equals 8. Well, that's going to help me find X. So X times the square root of 3 equals 8. I divide both sides by the square root of 3. Oh, I need to rationalize. Remember, that's from Algebra 1. Multiply by the square root of 3 over the square root of 3. And we get 8 times the square root of 3 over 3. 8 times the square root of 3 over 3. And now, 8 times the square root of 3 over 3. Now I can figure out what two x's, 2x is going to be two of those, right? You multiply by 2, and we get 16 times the square root of 3 over 3. So the hypotenuse is y, right? The hypotenuse is y, but it's also equal to 2 times the short leg. So y is equal to 16 times the square root of 3 over 3, and x is equal to 8 times the square root of 3 over 3. So 8 times the square root of 3 over 3, and y is 16 times the square root of 3 over 3. Now if we go backwards and we say, well, the long leg, which is your green highlighted amount, is the short leg. Here I'm going to do this in pink. It's the short leg, which is 8 times the square root of 3 over 3 times the square root of 3, right? This is the long leg. So this is the short times the square root of 3. So the long leg is going to equal 8 times 3 over 3, which is 8. And isn't that what the long leg was? Indeed it was. So we can check our answer there and make sure our answer makes sense, which it does. And then we can box the answer for x and y, and there we go. Now practice is going to make perfect. It's all about the practice. So here are some exercises. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You go ahead and practice those, and in the next video I'm going to come back with the answers. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then when you're done with those, or even if you get stuck or you want to try other ones, here are 5 more. Now in the next video, I'm going to come back with just the answers. So that'll give you a check for understanding. Do I get it? If you can get these 11 problems, then you've got it. You've got the special right triangles. And I'm telling you that these special right triangles, if you're thinking about going on to pre-calculus or calculus, these special right triangles are absolutely necessary. They will be critical in creating what's called the unit circle, which they do touch on in Algebra 2. So they do talk about the unit circle, and 30, 60, 90 triangles, you can't have a unit circle without them. Right now you're going, what the heck is a unit circle? Well, that's future math. That's your future high school math.